might like that Mushroom Kingdom. That could be cool.
Yeah.
I'd ride motorcycles with her. I think that would be so much fun.
I would throw some barrels at some Italians. Just live the dream. Any dude in a mustache and overalls, I'd toss a barrel at his head.
If you've been living under a swamp for the last year and a half, there's been some growing anticipation for our favorite Italian plumbers to make it to the big screen. The film is a collaborative effort between Nintendo and Illumination. Yes, the company that brought us films like Despicable Me, Minions, and Not Minions. In fact, the previews really shove this down your throat. Also, leave a like if you dislike Minions. Subscribe if you really dislike Minions. Now that the film is out, the reviews have been tanking? Is this well deserved? Let's take a trip down to the Mushroom Kingdom and see for ourselves, shall we? Oh, and spoilers ahead. As Mario likes to say, time to get some pipe. Oh, that's not his catchphrase, is it?
Let's go!
The movie begins with Bowser taking the superstar from the Penguins. After that, a commercial for the Super Mario Bros. Plumbing business. It's really well done with a humor and old analog TV aesthetic with a chromatic aberration. I also like that they do a version of the Super Mario Bros. Super Show theme. The branding they use for their business is reminiscent of the Mario 3 art. Nice touch. Despite their more true to the game's Italian accents in the commercial, both brothers proudly praise their TV appearance in Brooklyn accents. In fact, they're from Brooklyn.
What?
I'm 37. Please don't make me go to Brooklyn.
The whole beginning portion of the movie takes place in real life. Whoa, it's Super Mario in real life.
Super Mario in real life.
The whole real life world and video game world thing is kind of a tired trope at this point, but I think they do it well here. We go over how the two brothers are struggling to make something of themselves, not getting the approval of his father and his old boss Spike from the NES Wrecking Crew game. Mario's father is also voiced by Charles Martinet, who also voices another character named Giuseppe, who resembles Mario's Jumpman look from Donkey Kong. Even plays on a cabinet. There's a ton of classic Nintendo references, such as Punch-Out Pizza and Mario straight up playing Kid Icarus. Too many to list, but I'm going to take the opportunity to demand a sequel to Kid Icarus Uprising.
You know who this guy is, don't you, Pit?
Of course I do! It's Mario!
Anyway, after a job gone wrong involving a Secret Life of Pets reject, Mario's father just straight up says he's dragging himself and his brother down with him. Mario takes this to heart, but damn, his dad's like, what did I say? Not as bad as when Bryan Cranston said the wrong thing as a father figure.
Look, Ken, I'm just trying to replace your dad. Oh, dang it, that's the wrong thing to say, isn't it?
Mario and Luigi catch some breaking news of a big flood in Brooklyn, so they take it as their big opportunity to prove their worth. They go out and investigate, only to get sucked into a warp pipe in the sewers while trying to fix the water main.
Yo, what the?
You want penis enlargement pills?
I don't think they actually resolved the flooding issue though. Maybe I missed it. Tell me if I missed it in the comments. The two get separated, with Mario landing in the bright, colorful, happy, sunshine-filled Mushroom Kingdom, and Luigi going to hell. Mario then meets Toad, voiced by Keegan-Michael Key. I haven't talked about the voice actors yet. Toad's decent, and while I understand the screeching from the games could get a bit grating for general audiences, it's just sad that we didn't either get a bup or two Toads politely sharing a piece of chicken. Charlie Day plays Luigi, and he's great, probably my favorite voice actor in the film. His voice both fits Luigi and captures that cowardly innocence he has. Chris Pratt as Mario is okay. Just okay. Not as bad as in the promotional material.
Come on, Mario!
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come!
Everyone freaked out about this line. I don't even know why studios do this, but it isn't even in the film. Nor did the shot really even match the cadence of the line. Marvel did this with Spider-Man and Captain America Civil War.
On the roof!
Hey everyone.
Back to Mario. Toad takes him to go see the princess. Meanwhile, Luigi's having a terrible time. His whole story ends with him being captured by Bowser, so I'll just get that out of the way. It's surprisingly a lot of fun getting to see him run from several dry bones. He does run into a castle, but I'll be real honest here, they really missed an opportunity to do an overt Luigi's Mansion reference. I mean, it has the vibe, but I just wanted to see a ghost or a vacuum cleaner. Anyway, some boos take him to Bowser, but before getting locked up, he has a flashback and remembers Mario sticking up for him as a kid. It's really sweet, and I really like that they use the baby Mario and Luigi designs. Also, the kid bullying Luigi looks like Logan Paul if he were on Smosh Babies. Sexy Mario gets past the guards to meet Princess Peach, voiced by Anya Taylor-Joy. She does a good job, but it's definitely a different Peach than in the games. Anyway, her council decides that Bowser's gonna f***ing wreck their shit, so Peach announces that she will get help from the Great Kong Army. Oh yeah, and she meets Mario. There's a fun sequence where they introduce the concept of power-ups, but it really showcases how great the characters move in this film. Mario at several points runs like he does in the games and interacts with the world much like we'd expect him to. On Bowser's floating island thing, he's throwing a rock party to celebrate him getting the Superstar. He makes an announcement. With the power of the Superstar, he'll be able to take Peach's hand in marriage, which the Koopas humorously find weird, but he assures them if she says no, he'll lay waste to the whole Mushroom Kingdom.
And once that's done, we can finally eradicate all the Puerto Ricans on the planet!
What did he say? What?
I mean, make everyone on the planet frown!
A funny bit I liked is one Koopa Troopa questioning the whole marriage thing, only for Bowser to spit flames on him and turn him into a dry bones.
Let's go!
Peach and Mario make it to Donkey Kong Country, where they meet Cranky Kong, played by Fred Armisen. If Wrinkly Kong's ghost ever makes an appearance, she has to be played by Carrie Brownstein, so I can get my Portlandia reunion.
Instant garbage!
Cranky agrees to help them, but only if they can defeat his son, Donkey Kong. Guess DK's his son now, not grandson. Mario steps onto the field and DK comes out, and it's all really cool. We get a fun cameo from Diddy, Dixie, and Chunky. We also hear the DK rap. Unfortunately, they don't give Grant Kirkhope the proper credits. This is Ron Wasserman in the X-Men theme all over again from Multiverse of Madness. Anyway, as fun as it is to hear the DK rap, Donkey Kong opens his mouth.
Enough with the showboating! What do you mean? That's what they came here for! Dancing packs!
Oh, it's Seth Rogen. He even does his laugh during the film. I don't know, he just doesn't fit. I really like how Donkey Kong is written, but Seth Rogen's performance just doesn't work for me. I liked the more fun-spirited side of him, but nothing convinced me he was either strong or even a gorilla. He's played like a typical self-entitled insecure dude bro, when DK has always been more of a no-f***s-given gorilla who can give these really wild animalistic expressions. This one's too straight-laced. It's like they dialed back the monkey caricature so he'd be more relatable. This one's just not bananas enough. Anyway, Mario beats him after using the catsuit power-up. Cranky agrees to help fight off Bowser, and unfortunately for them, he's quickly approaching. Appropriately, the fastest way back to the Mushroom Kingdom is via
Mario Kart!
It's a fun scene. Doesn't really serve the plot much, but a fun scene nonetheless. Mario and the gang speed off a ramp, landing onto Rainbow Road to race back, but then they're ambushed by Bowser's crew. There's a lot of really cool moments. A detail I really like is Mario drift braking to boost. You can even see the sparks turn purple like they do in-game. Then there's the anti-gravity sections, throwing items like shells and banana peels, gliders, and then the music. Mario Kart fans will have a good time. Mario and DK, who've been bickering with each other, work together only to get blue shelled, separating them from the group. Peach and Toad escape back to the castle. Also, the rest of the Kongs get captured. Mario and DK get swallowed by an eel and contemplate how each other's fathers think they're a disappointment, but they escape in true DK fashion using a barrel. Meanwhile, Bowser approaches Peach's castle and asks her hand in marriage, to which she reluctantly agrees if he promises not to harm the Toads. The actual wedding happens, and some of the standout guests are King Boo and King Babam. They were fun to see, but Peach stops in the middle of the ceremony, revealing an ice flower that was hidden in her bouquet. Mario and Donkey Kong make their way up to the castle. We get to see Fire DK, which is cool. Bowser launches King Bill to nuke the kingdom. Mario manages to get its attention and lead it back to the warp pipe. He's successful, and the King Bill gets sucked in and explodes. This causes the warp pipe to start sucking in everything, bringing the Mushroom Kingdom characters to the real world. Bowser follows, and Mario retreats into a building to hide. He has a bit of a self-doubt moment before noticing the Mario Brothers commercial from the start of the film playing, giving him a boost of confidence. He and Bowser fight for the Superstar, Luigi shields him from Bowser's fire breath, and the two brothers grab the star. It's a really great moment, and it had me cheering in the theater. Their parents poke their heads out of their window to see both of them whoop Bowser's ass. Peach takes a mini mushroom, shrinks down Bowser, and oh my god, they put Bowser in a rainbow dash jar. Ugh, you know, some punishments are just too harsh for the crime. The movie ends with Mario and Luigi becoming well respected among the citizens of Brooklyn, but also bridging the Mushroom Kingdom and the real world together. There's some material during and after the credits, but you'll have to see the movie to find out about those.
Let's go!
I admittedly didn't have high hopes for the film, especially when they first announced it. Future announcements and reveals didn't convince me. There was some casting that I didn't quite like, Illumination being creators of this and being in charge of it, then the aforementioned teaser and line delivery, but Color Splash me surprised. The Mario movie really proved me wrong, for the most part. The film does what it needs to do, but I will say, it doesn't do anything strong. The plot is fairly simple, it doesn't do anything to shatter our expectations, but it doesn't necessarily have to. I liked how there was a bit of dimension in both Mario and Donkey Kong, and that their motivations are tied to their own pride and need to prove themselves to their respective fathers. Luigi also gets some moments too, and they really showcase the plumbers' brotherly bond without making Luigi necessarily a character growth device. Luigi could have done more, but his own character growth had to happen in response to Mario, which is simply bravery, so he earns the 11th hour save. As for the rest, Peach mentions possibly coming from the human world, which isn't explored much at all, but it was nice to see how protective she is over her adopted home and the Toads. Toad is just comedic relief. Bowser, I think, steals the show. I gotta confess that I don't think Jack Black's voice really matches the character all too well, but he does match the personality of old King Koopa. There's a great number where he sings about Peach, and him having this obsessive need to marry her is both comedic and informative of what kind of character Bowser is. He's motivated for all the wrong reasons, and he doesn't take the time to consider Peach's feelings. The scoring in this film was just fantastic. This is how a video game movie, or really any sort of adaptation of existing material, should treat music. They took advantage of the audience recognizing these iconic melodies and giving them new life in both the arrangement and their applications to the scene. I like the underground motif when they're in the sewer, and at the end when they gain the superstar. The invincibility theme is rearranged from the classic version, normally a fast-paced, out-of-breath sprint to a glorious home run stretch to the final boss. Brian Tyler really did an amazing job, actually incorporating Koji Kondo's original compositions into the score. A lot of video game films end up using the music from games more as overt nods rather than as part of the soundtrack. Even the Sonic movies did that, and the Sonic franchise is well known for having amazing music. And that's if they even do it at all. I'm looking at you, Tomb Raider. Animation-wise, I think the film's gorgeous. The backgrounds feel lively and colorful, faithful to the series. The entire time I was hooked on the lighting and how dynamic it was. It never felt flat to me, and the characters were always in areas with interesting lighting, whether it be a bright, sunny kicker light, or large, soft shadows cast by a sunset, or colored lighting to match the environment. Even the power-ups have a bit of a weird, trippy color fringe effect. The character designs kinda had to grow on me. I'm okay with most of the supporting cast. Bowser looks great, and so does Toad, Kamek, and the rest of the background characters. Where it falls flat for me are Mario, Luigi, and DK. Orneo and Squeegee first. They look like the plumbers we all know and love, but they seem off. The eyes make me feel uncomfortable, but that's one thing. I think a majority of the feeling comes from how the faces are modeled. I think Luigi's is done a bit better, but I don't get the sense that they can be as expressive as the in-game models. And no, this isn't a plea to use the models or to copy them, but it's an easy point of reference. Look at how expressive SpongeBob was in the SpongeBob movie. It's not necessarily about going off model, but I think embracing the cartoony aesthetic of these characters, breaking the limits of their facial structure, would certainly help. Donkey Kong. No. I feel like he looks a little too human. Maybe the charm of Donkey Kong was that his models always looked a bit stiff. Like you look into his eyes and the lights are on but nobody's home. But I think that indirectly contributed to how non-human he felt. Because we subconsciously dissociate with his expressions, we see him as an animal. Or at least that's my guess. He looks too human here, maybe the opposite problem of Mario and Green Mario. We're also missing Donkey Kong's unnerving smile. It's very iconic. When I see that look on DK's face, I go, but when I see this DK's face, I feel like I need to gossip about Linda by the water cooler at work. Peach just seems too generic to me. She just looks like your standard Illumination character with a Peach costume on. I really have nothing else to say. Finally, when it comes to setting up the world, the Mario movie really does a great job. I normally despise separating the in-game world and elements from the real world, but this film does something different and instead incorporates it. Sure, it isn't until the tail end, but it helps explain how two human plumbers can exist in a world of talking mushrooms and evil turtles. It's nothing deep, but it feels organic. It helps that the fictionalized Brooklyn is also just as whimsical, making the two worlds mesh well. In comparison, in the Sonic movie when Sonic meets Tom the police officer, it suddenly turns into a fish out of water scenario, learning how things work for humans. You can only laugh at how wacky a situation is so many times because the characters are mismatched to the environment around them. Here, it's not a problem. Overall, I think the Mario movie is solid. They didn't need to do a whole lot. It's Mario. He ain't that deep. But if you want to watch the film and have fun doing it, go for it. Just don't go in expecting it to break filmmaking barriers. Although I would say that this film did break a barrier in the video game adaptation space because it's pretty damn faithful, and some might say to a fault. I'm kind of baffled at some of the critical responses. The movie's been getting mixed reviews, but I don't think that's really well deserved. I think in our state of watching movies and wanting the things we love to be the best that they can be, we sometimes forget that just meeting the goalposts is enough. If this movie is reaching the flagpole, our expectations are the warp zone. It's okay to lower them. We don't always have to go above and beyond on everything. For the Mario Brothers' first outing at the movies, I think both Nintendo and Illumination have done a good job. I'll be honest, the thought clicked in my head, particularly when Mario and DK were inside the eel's belly, that I would love to see where this goes years from now if we were to get a Smash Brothers movie. Imagine getting a Zelda film too. Ocarina of Time is a movie. I know Pokemon had its try with the Detective Pikachu film, and that didn't go too well, but they'll try with Illumination, right? Or that's a possibility at least. It's just a thought. But wait just one moment here, because I've got a surprise. I received an email from both Nintendo and Illumination announcing the next movie, and they've graciously allowed me to share it. Coming in 2025 will be the next installment in the Nintendo Cinematic Smashiverse. Yoshi commits tax fraud. Have you seen the Mario movie? What were your thoughts? Comment below, and make sure to give this video a like and a subscribe if you want to see more. If you want to hang out and talk directly to me, consider joining the Discord server, popping into my Twitch streams, or even just tweeting at me on Twitter. Links to all those in the description.